So it's 2024, and as we know, the little game known as Sonic Speed Simulator usually adds a few new characters every year. Last year we got like Silver, Shadow, Vector, a few of those guys. And this year we're most likely going to get new characters as well. And I have a few ideas on who they could be based on UGC leaks and just obvious reasons. So first we have Wave, and there's a few reasons for this. Number one, she now has UGC items. And number two, Jet is already in the game, so I don't see why she wouldn't be added. I feel like if you have Jet, at least add the other two. And then that goes on to my next character being Storm. So if you have Jet and you're going to add Wave, you're obviously going to add Storm to complete the set. I feel like, if anything, they're going to come this year. I don't see why they wouldn't. Here's a better image of Storm. I don't know why I just used some random... I just used the first image. This one's better. I think this was a render from Speed Battle. I don't know. But I feel like, if anything, we're going to get Wave and Storm this year because it's a bit weird that only Jet is in the game. And I don't know why we don't have Storm or Jet yet. I know Storm or Wave. It's a bit strange. So I feel like this year is the year they arrive, finally. Same thing can be said about Charmy. Charmy also has UGC items. And we already have Vector and SBO, so it's a bit strange Charmy isn't in the game. Maybe it's a size reason, because of how small Charmy is. Maybe they can't get that to work, although I feel like they can do it. I feel like they can find a way to make Charmy work in the game, even though he's so small. So Charmy's another character I think could come, because we already have UGC items, and Vector and SBO are already in the game, so... might as well add Charmy as well to complete that collection. Next up we have Ray, and you might think this is a super random pick for a character who could arrive this year, and I would say so too, but Ray has UGC items for some weird reason. I feel like it's a bit strange. Why would you make UGC items for Ray if you were not going to add him? So I feel like Ray could come in the game this year. Same with Mighty as well. Mighty does not have UGC. If I were running the game, I would add Mighty just because we already have Ray. I feel like it would only make sense, add them both. I think they would be pretty cool characters in the game, and they are definitely characters I want to see in the game. I really like these two, so I think these would be great characters for the game. Speaking of classic type characters, next we have Classic Metal Sonic, which once again you might say, another weird character, but this is another character who has UGC items. So that's the only reason why I'm adding these guys, because they have UGC items, meaning they could be added in the game, considering GameFam has the rights to use these characters. And I think Classic Metal Sonic would be pretty nice in the game. Complete the classic set. It would be nice, in my opinion. I don't know if anyone else would care, but I want Classic Metal Sonic in the game, just because it's classic little Metal Sonic. It's cool. It's cute. I want this. Next we have Super, Shadow, and Silver. Considering we now have Classic Sonic in the game, and not Classic Sonic. Now that actually Super Classic Sonic could be added, you never know. But now that we have Super Sonic in the game, and there's the new Super Rarity, I feel like Super, Shadow, and Silver are going to be the two other Super Rarity characters. And maybe Super Classic Sonic, like I mentioned by complete mistake there. We could also get, like, Tails, maybe, Knuckles. I feel like anyone could get a super form in this game. I want to see more super characters, because they're also really OP, I would say, because they just fly. They full-on fly super fast. I think faster than every tornado in the game. So they're pretty overpowered characters. I would love to see more of them in the game, especially Silver and Shadow, which could come this year, just because of the new super rarity. I don't see why they would make that rarity just for one character. So this one's definitely a bit of a wild card. I think this year we could possibly maybe see a comic book character in the game. Now the only reason I say this is because Sonic Forces Speed Battle and Sonic Dash have been adding characters from the comic books. Like both of those games added Tangle, Whisper, and Surge. So I feel like Sonic Speed Simulator might want to get on the comic characters in games trend. I feel like it would be pretty cool, and I really want to see a comic character in the game. I want Surge, but I don't think she would be a character to get added. If anything, it would either be Tangle and Whisper. But I still want any comic book character, mostly Surge. So yeah, those are my characters I think could come to the game this year. Maybe it'll be a completely different character that I did not mention that arrives this year. But I feel like we're going to get a lot of characters. Probably not many big name characters like last year, because there's not really many big name characters left to add. But either way, I just want new characters in the game. I also want Sang to be playable. Same with Trip. Those two are in the game, but they're not playable. So hopefully they do end up being playable characters sometime this year, but I don't really see it happening. Sang is just a racing boss, and Trip is just an NPC inside of Speed Jungle, so I don't really see that happening, sadly. But yeah, there's my little list.